didn't make my coffee. Holy moly, and I really wanted coffee, so I need to make some coffee. But it's coffee and cards. I'm starting this morning with my Moonology Oracle, and I got New Beginnings, New Moon. And this one says, you might feel as though you've been wrestling with your current issues for far too long, but drawing this card suggests otherwise. In fact, the message of this card is that you're somehow at the start of a new cycle in regard to life in general for something that's specific. And then it says down here, you can make your own dreams come true if you believe in them, and if they're what your higher self knows is for the best for you for the journey. And then behind it, it came with moon cycle support, which basically says find friends, ask your spirit guides, make a circle of friends that will support you. And I've been saying this kind of in my daily musings, and so it just has worked out. So let's see what's on scale for today for Super Bowl Sunday. And I got the beauty card, which is, there's a lot of vanity going on. We're doing this kind of, we're looking in the proverbial mirror, and we're going to watch some pretty people do some amazing things. And so some people are. I'm probably not. So we're going to see what's on. Ooh, goodness. Yeah, there's something going on. Oh, okay. And again, beginnings. Broke is the beginning. That one's new. The passing of time. So, we're just kind of biding our time here. And, oh, it has DNA. There's a DNA down here. And I love the fact that it has this netherworld down here. And people are sitting in like little, it's like they're in little rafts. They're in rafts. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. That's very interesting. And Excelsior. This is like excellence. And like, again, I think that goes along lines with Super Bowl kind of stuff. I'm going to do a deeper dive today. I'm going to dig into these and then pull some more cards because it's Sunday. I didn't do an extra one on Saturday. And so there's that. And we've got our little Zoom meeting today with some groups of 4 a.m. Cassandras, that kind of a thing. So we'll see you around. All right. This extended reading, it's Sunday. So I'm going to do an extended reading of these cards. And we had pulled the broke is the beginning. And again, this new moon energy, which is on the 12th, and the new beginnings energy. And I've been saying we need to like circle up and find groups of people that support us and we support them. And this has kind of been my theme this week. And new beginnings, and we got the beginning with this card. Broke is the beginning. Excelsior just means ever upward, which is the New York State motto. And it's kind of like excellence and ever upward, basically carry on, but upwardly. Always like reach, there's my throat chakra, always reaching for higher good, I suppose. And sometimes we're in these holding periods. This is the passage of time. We're kind of waiting for people to catch up. Again, this is like, here's the stream and people floating down the stream. Some are further up the stream than others. It takes sometimes, like these people, it's going to take them a while to get back here to the mountains of knowledge. So, and underneath it all is this DNA and how things work, and it's in the stars and how we're mapped in the stars. And so, it's going to take some time. The beauty, I feel like, is, kind of a vanity thing. And I think this whole Super Bowl thing is just a vain exercise in the male psyche. So, hold on just a moment. Okay, I wanted to clarify. She represents, upside down, she represents vanity, but right side up, she kind of represents the the idealized person, what we as society idealize as a woman or a man in those contexts, and which is vanity in an underlying way. It's the trying to meet a social norm that is created by society, and those norms can change. And so it's really the flavor of the day. What is beauty? But really, beauty is deep down. Beauty is how we treat each other. Beauty is what you exude. And so if you're looking on the surface, you're looking at this, but you should be looking down deep inside what's going on in there. So I want to pull some more cards to get some clarity here on what, I got my tarot, what today, and what we need to think about for the rest of the week. Okay. Let's get 3. So 3 to 5. Past, present, future. Okay. All right. Let's do 5. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So first we got the Hangman, but he's upside down. Okay. And we have a couple of major arcana here. Okay. So the Hangman reversed. He's just kind of, it's delaying things. There's some stuff that it goes along the lines of the passing of time. Like we're just waiting, just waiting, just waiting. It's not time to act just yet. And that's kind of really feeds right into whatever we're going through as a collective, and it could mean something in your personal life. The second card, and this is really kind of in the past, so we're kind of still in this waiting zone, because in the middle and the present is the Empress upside down, which she is the same thing, and she's saying also don't rely on the patriarchy, don't rely on the the societal norms, and again, it's just kind of hanging in time. The Two of Staffs, I find him interesting because he's holding one staff and the other one's it's ready to go, but the other one's sitting in stasis and embedded, and he's contemplating what he should do and where he should go. He's holding the globe. He's looking out over the ocean. So basically, again, you're waiting and waiting and waiting, but we're contemplating on what should be done. Should we stay or should we go now? Like the song, should we stay or should we go now? And that's kind of what this is saying. Like what are our, there's a million different options going on here, you know? And so we're just kind of like in this holding pattern. So this is the current card. This is in the middle. So the Empress, like this, she's a receiver. She receives and gives. She's motherly energy, but she receives like from her muses, from ideas from beyond, and expresses them. And those ideas are not coming out right now. Everything's kind of frozen a little bit, but we're gathering energy, gathering this stuff. But there's a bit of arguments about what it is to be done. What should we do about this? Or you may be having issues trying to decide and which direction to go into. And it's like this, but it's almost like, even though some of my other cards are to look for groups, it's part of it is there's some people you can't rely on. There's some people that we can't look to. But you're going to gather your groups together, and that's that new moon energy and the moon cycle support here. trying to find your support and discerning who is supportive and who isn't, and what you need to hold on to and what you need to let go. Because the Empress is wise and she knows, but she's right now in a state of stasis and trying to decide on what to do. Which brings me to the near future, the King of Swords, which is air on air. The kings in every suit are representing air, and the sword represents air. So this is a highly logical, highly discerning individual who isn't living in a woo-woo state at all, not attached to any spiritual connection in any way, completely using frontal lobe thinking and logical thinking, and breaking down the problems and looking at them in a very logical, grounded manner, even though their head is in the air, but they're using their brains, you know. It's represented by the moons and the butterflies. There's a lot of butterflies in this because it's representing air and clouds. But there's some trees in the background too, and that's why I say it's kind of grounded as well. So this is the analyzing of what's going on. I feel like the King of Swords also can represent some military, like just this is how it is, and we're going to deal with it. But unfortunately, in the future, like maybe a week or two away, we're still stuck in this not being able to. What's up, kitty cat? I have kitty cat talking to me. Still not being able to move ahead. There's still arguments going on. There's still conflict in some way, and in ideologies. And this is like I think we're still in a holding pattern, but something's been activated, and there's evaluations going on, deciding what may be. Let me try to do a future, let's say month out. What's looking like in the next month or two? Will things be resolved? A resolution. What's kind of a resolution in the near future? Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Okay. Huh. 10 of Cups. That's a good ending there. So there's resolution in it. This happy family, sharing of things, rainbows. So in the future, there's resolutions involved, but there's a whole lot of, ooh, hurry up and wait right now. The passing of time, but ever upward, heading in the right direction for sure. Let me do some more future cards with these ones, these liminal space ones. It's like it's a little scary using these. What do we see in the 2 to 6 month future? There's something peeking out right here. Whoa. Sorry, it's a brand new card. Whew. Oh my goodness. Believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. Be discerning. It says file, edit, layer, image, filter. 30%. Opacity 77%. And then it has the tools. And layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. So like there's different layers that we're looking at here. And that, ooh, I gotta do another one. Because wow. Because that's true. We're not gonna quite know what happened here. You came here to help turn off the lights. Oh my God, this is for all the star seeds and waves of volunteers and everybody that came here to do this job at this time. This is a reminder that you're to hold this energy and you're to, oh my goodness, you're to bring about this. We had to break it to fix it. We had to change things. Now there's different ideas on what the changes should be. All of these cards are like, which direction? Where do we go? How are we doing this? But ultimately it has to be the best for most. There's going to be some people that are going to scream, this isn't for me. Why did the Puritans come here in the first place? Because they didn't like what their country was doing to them. And they're still here messing around. And everything followed them. Here I am saying, I have some of that Puritan DNA. A little bit. But everything, the world followed them here. And they're still going, but this is mine. This is my perfect place where I can judge people and I can make rules my way that are, you know, I want to be in charge. I want to be in charge. And they're the ones that have to change their thinking. They have the DNA that needs to change and mutate, and they're stuck in it one lifetime after another of oppression is the way things are. Oppression is the right. Oppression is my God-given duty to perform. And they're big mad. Nah, we're not going to let it happen. They're the minority. So we came here to turn out the lights and then change the light bulbs and turn it back on. Honestly. I have some cards called the Poesis cards, which I absolutely love. This is the deck right here. Poesis. There's poetry that goes along with it. It's a pretty cool deck. Let's see if it gives us any wisdom. I feel like this card is it. Change. Turn the page. And this is a portal behind here. That is important. That's why we're here, people. And it's hard going through it, but we volunteered to go through it. And anything that's happening in your personal life probably reflects this in some way or another. For me, my mother passed away. I have choices to make. But I have to make those choices in the situation that is the collective. But they're just like this. It's all this stuff too. And so that's what's happening. And I'm just passing the time flowing down the river going, where do I get out? I don't know where I'm supposed to get out. When do I stop this ride? Where am I supposed to build my new foundation? Where's our foundation and what's it going to be based on? We all want this. Everybody wants this. But what this means to each person can be different. For some, there's a big fence all around it, keeping people out, and it makes them feel good to see people being shut out, because then it makes them feel privileged. And what they're seeking is privilege. But what some of us want is for all of us to have this, where the greater good is for freedom for all and privilege for all. Privilege to breathe good air, drink good water, be happy, laugh, and not and live a long, fruitful life of creating in this world. So that's where we need to go. We need to work on that. We have to keep the vision together. It's important to keep that vision. We have to have the vision of this and say it's worth it. This is worth fighting for. This is worth working for. Each generational group has to figure that out. We're kind of in an 80-year cohort where the people of the past are all passing away. People from that silent generation, from the Depression, and so we're losing the memories of that, the Depression, the wars, and we've created new ones, new problems for us to face, that they already faced them, and we have to face them now. So even in our individual lives. All right, you guys have a good week. All right.